Hi, my name is Yoni Levoritz, and I'm from the Levoritz Law Firm, and I'd like to talk to you today about strategies for pre-divorce planning. Pre-divorce planning sometimes extends years in advance of the actual divorce. And if that's the case, then you have more time to work with in terms of the ability to maneuver assets, such as the ability to use a trust, which is, if made in good faith and done properly and not done specifically to stop the other side from getting the asset, then you have a shot at making it work. However, if you do this unilaterally and you do it without the permission of the other side and without the knowledge of the other side, you risk that trust being completely ignored. You risk that trust being overturned. You risk even the trust being, credited from one side to the other, where they say, okay, you know what, you took $1 million, you put it in trust, we're going to make you give $1 million in equitable distribution for what's called marital waste. This is not a good strategy to use if you're in a situation where you're on the verge of getting divorced, or the other side has already lost trust in the process or you. Therefore, what I would say is that trusts are a good mechanism for using for asset protection, okay, or for tax protection, but you have to have a legitimate basis for using it. Then we have to deal with the issues of what happens when you're close to divorce, or you've been told that you're getting divorced, and you know that you're in a process of going through litigation at that point in time. So what you have to do is you have to collect as much data as quickly as possible. When you see things are basically on the verge of litigation commencing, you need tax returns. You need bank statements, credit card statements, pictures of cars, pictures of houses, pictures of anything you could put your hands on to show handbags, jewelry. Document everything, prove everything. You don't want that jewelry to disappear and to not be able to get credit for $500,000 or $700,000 worth of jewelry. Put it in a safety deposit box if necessary. But make sure that the assets are not basically done away with or hidden. So you want to protect yourself in that sense. You also want to protect yourself from the person who's claiming they're making very little on their tax returns. So if they're walking around with a black Amex card, you want to go ahead and you want to prove that they're really making $1 million plus a year. This is not complicated work, but it is being sort of like a detective. And you do have to take advantage of the situation and put yourself in a way that you're going to be able to prove the issues to the court. And the way you prove the issues to the court are via the documentation, even the household computer. It's like an electronic filing cabinet. Download everything you can, grab everything you can. As long as you have the ability to go ahead and access it and you have the passwords and the codes, do so immediately. Don't wait until the last minute when you're given an affidavit of net worth by your attorney and you have no idea what to put down because you have no idea what you have. You want to know about the retirement accounts. Grab the retirement statements. You can't open someone else's mail, but you can certainly write down where the mail comes from so your lawyer knows where to subpoena and what to subpoena, so he doesn't have to, basically wait for a deposition or wait for discovery to go ahead and start issuing subpoenas for the information. These are all very important things to consider in terms of pre-divorce planning. You have to do things, but you have to do things in terms of trust and good faith, and you have to gather information in good faith because you know that you're going to need it, and you can't go ahead and put spyware on people's phones, and you can't do things that are illegal. You can't record their conversations unless you're a party to it, of course. Okay? But you have to start putting, your proverbial ducks in a row. and that's the only way really to work this. Please remember that this video was made for informational purposes only, and it is not made to form an attorney-client relationship. Thank you very much for spending your time with me.